spent $30 on this book. Can you believe it? I spent full price on this book because I couldn't wait for my library to get it. Anyways, welcome to the D. Louise book series. I'm Christine K-I-S-T-I-N-A. This is where we read books, talk about books, no special effects, no theme music, no fancy Smith stuff going on here. And this is book 16 in my library lovers booking for trouble. And we've got a couple of different themes going in here. We've got Strangers on a Train, which is a huge, sorry, spoiler, but by the time it airs, it won't matter anymore, but that's a spoiler. Strangers on a Train. Didn't see it coming. It was a huge surprise. Yes, ma'am, I'm sorry. I didn't bring her bed over here. I'm sorry. So, that was a huge surprise. Strangers on a Train. Huge. So, there's this evil. Let me back up here. If you don't know, we've got Lindsey Norris is our head librarian. And the mayor, Eugenia Cole, used to work for the library, and she used to have a thing against Lindsey, but eventually Lindsey worked her magic on Miss Cole, and Miss Cole just loves her something terrible. Beth is the children's author and a best friend. And then we have our little bookie clubby of Violet and Nancy, and Paula Turner, and a few others. And then we have our Robbie Vine is an actor. He does some stage work. He's also the boyfriend of Emma, the police chief. And off of Kirkland, we have the coroner, Mr. Rogers. We have Callie Bristow, his assistant. Milton Duffy we don't see too much of him, but he's the historian. He's a really old guy. He's also kind of friendly with Miss Cole. But anyways, there's this evil guy in town who wants to get rid of the library to lower his taxes. There is a lot I could say about this guy that reminds me of someone else. But we won't go there, because I could go there huge, and I won't go there, because this guy was just horrific. And, so, guess who showed up? I'll give you a guess, but you won't guess. So, he wants to shut down the library. Yes, ma'am, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. I know. Mommy's doing a video. Yes. So where was I? Oh, so Lindsey decides that they have quite a few islands off the shore, and those people are very, very wealthy, but they don't get to town that often. So Lindsey decided they're going to do a bookmobile. They're going to take every 2 weeks or twice a month, they're going to take a boat out and deliver books to the different islands. And the people just love this idea. And Sully will be her boat captain, so she'll save money on that, but they need to be able to purchase a boat and refit a boat. So they need some sponsors, and they get this really, Robbie, who is a friend, suggests there's this thing called the club. And there's this exclusive club on this island, and you have to give like $250,000 to be a member of this club. And so he suggests that she approach these ladies. She approaches these ladies. They give her all the funding she needs to buy the boat, refurbish the boat, and make it good for the bookmobile. Yes, ma'am. What? hold on a second. So they like her. They successfully give her the money for the boat. Her and Sully buy the boat, refurbish the boat, get it all fixed up, and they start making their rounds on the bookmobile. And one of their first rounds, they find a dead lady. And the lady that's dead is the lady that funded her boatmobile. So the thinking is that they might not fund it anymore because the lady's dead. And then a second lady gets dead. And fingers start to point at this lady Ariel, who's a friend of Lindsey. And Lindsey's like, no, this woman didn't do it, but the evidence is leaning towards this woman anyway. And there's also a secondary story about the relationship between I didn't write them down in my main peeps because they don't show up till later. But there's this young couple who's been estranged from her parents for a long while. Her mother, this Gwen, was so obsessed with joining the club that she encouraged her daughter to date one of the members' sons to get in so that they would, get in by marriage. And the mother actually took her daughter to an island, dropped her off on the island, and then took the guy there to abandon them on the island together. So her mother was obsessed. So when the daughter ran off with somebody else, the mother had a fit. And the mother, it's been 15 years since this happened. And, yes, ma'am. So it's been 15 years since this happened, and the mother hasn't talked to her daughter yet. And that's how obsessed this woman is. She refuses to have a relationship with her daughter because she blames her daughter for not getting in. While the real reason is that this woman's husband was an environmentalist, and I forget what they wanted to do, but this club wanted to do something, and this guy didn't want them to do it because it would hurt the environment and this species of birds that was nesting at this place. And he won, and the club doesn't like him because he won, and they would never be accepted because he won. And then, of course, Gwen's actions. Continually for 15 years, she's done all this stuff trying to get into the club because she wanted to be a member of the club. But now she's dead. So she's dead, and the daughter feels bad that she never got to make up with her mom. But, so that's a little underling story. So that story plays out for a while there. And, so we've got a couple little, sub-stories. You've got the overall plot story, the overall murder story, because there's two murders. And then you've got Mr. Trask. And I was convinced that Trask was going to end up being the murdered person, but he wasn't. He had nothing to do with any of that. Had no part of it at all. He was just an AH. And I thoroughly, 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 thoroughly enjoyed the town meeting. And when Mr. Trask got up there and he goes, do you know there was diapers in that library? Free diapers? So Lindsey gets up there and goes, the parents donate those free diapers for people who have children so that they can change their children in the library changing room. And in exchange for that, we give them a meeting room for a short period of time every month. And they donate that much in diapers. So the diapers are free. They don't cost you anything. And then he's like, well, what about all the free books? If somebody wanted the book, they could spend the $30. And Lindsey's like, yeah, but you know how many people can actually afford a book for $30? And, they go through a whole list of stuff, and it just goes on and on and on and on and on. and Lindsey wins, and I loved it. The town meeting was just absolutely fantastic. It was awesome. But the whodunit was a surprise, and wait a second here. So I thoroughly enjoyed my read. I'm sorry that it cost me $30 to do it, but you're supporting the author. And I really don't think the author gets that much money from it, unless they have a really good contract. I bet the author doesn't even get $1. Like, and even then, let's say they give the author $10. Out of that, they got to pay their assistants. They got to pay their editor, or maybe actually the publisher pays the editor. But then they got to, buy the books. They got to buy the books that they take to sell at the Comic Cons and stuff like that, the book club stuff. But anyways, if you could please hit the like and subscribe, I'd appreciate it, and enjoy Lindsey and her book club with their boatmobile, and they're fighting against Trask, and they're trying to discover who murdered the two ladies, and all the stuff with Robbie and Lindsey dressing up to try to fit into the club. And I kept expecting that really massively rich lady to step up. I don't know why she didn't. If anybody can think of why didn't that really rich lady, step up and just fund Lindsey's thing from the beginning? I mean, she could do it. They said she's the richest lady in the place, and that she has no heirs. So I was kind of hoping she would give Lindsey a little bit while she was still living, and or make Lindsey her sole heir. Now that would be a kicker for that club. But anyways, if you could please hit the like and subscribe. If you could please check out Star Trek Voyager recaps on Friday. JD Rob on Sunday, JD Rob on Saturday, unboxing on Sunday, flashback Mondays, and of course my daily book reviews. Have a good one.